5, it's going to be your temporary home.
This was the first time that Chris Temple and his co-producer were visiting the Middle East.
So when we arrived in that camp, we were really nervous until the second we start setting up our tent, all of these refugee families started pouring out of the tents next to us.
غالبا ما بتكون او احنا مثل ما بنشوف احنا انه للعرب او للمسلمين دائما هم ارهابيين.
Chris Temple told VOA he made this film to dispel this prejudice.
The population that's bearing the biggest burden and fear around terrorist attacks, are refugee populations, are Arab populations and Muslim populations in this region. This isn't, a Muslim versus Christian attack. And imagine being a family inside of Syria right now, where you're stuck between Assad and a group like ISIS.
Salam Neighbor features a number of Syrians, mostly from middle-class families, who fled their country. One of them is 11-year-old Raouf, who suffers from PTSD from bombings near his house. Despite Za'atari's seeming safety, 11 kilometers from the war zone, bombings still rock the camp.
Well, what did Raouf do wrong? He's a young 11-year-old boy, and in many ways this refugee crisis, especially the Syrian refugee crisis, is one of women and children. 75% are women and children of the 4.8 million refugees.
لما نسمع كلمة لاجئ شو منفكر نحن كعرب؟
مجبر على الطلعة من بلده ومن داره، ولا مع مصاري، يمكن يجبر بس هو وعياله، بس بوعيهم، هذا اللي إجبار.
Chris Temple hopes his documentary will help open hearts and minds about the millions of Syrian refugees stranded in countries such as Turkey, Lebanon, Jordan, and Greece.
I think that one of the biggest myths about refugees is that they're assumed to be burdens. You have doctors, you have lawyers. Gassoon, one of the people in our film, was a nurse back in Syria. So they have so much they could productively contribute to their whatever new country they're going to.
مش قررت أنا أغادر سوريا، أنا أجبرت على مغادرة سوريا. أنا بسوريا كنت أعتبر من أبناء الطبقة الوسطى أو ما فوق الوسطى، من واحد عايش ببيت فيه كل أسباب الرفاهية لا يجي يقعد بخيمة ما بملك شيء.
Penelope Pulu, VOA News, Washington.